The first thing to note is, yes, you're still getting crispy Jordan. The second thing to note, yeah, I think I sound better, but funny things to note. But as we see, a Thotu Cult and random item stats. The other thing to note is that, yeah, on multiples of 25, I'm going to start using the plugin, because we're just going to go crazy. That way, anyone who's curious will see what happens. Also, I never did a 0.5, but you know what? I will give the character one more chance. So, we are on Colt with a Thotu and random item stats. So, for timestamp's sake, I'll say it again. A Thotu Cult random item stats, Crispy Sore Throat Jordan, and hopefully this will be, well, the second to last day, if not the last day, as we get Dexterity, Knowledge, Second Mystery, Charisma, Light, and maybe Takshisan? Yeah, hold on, let me think for a moment. No strength, just all other stat pain. We could try and force ally attack, but I don't think 6 charisma, especially without, this is a obsessive shopper petty thief character, so without fame, yeah, and 6 charisma, I'm really not willing to do ally attack. If you ask me to do it, sure, I'll do it for fun, but yeah, also I just dropped something, but off we go. So yeah, and then one last note. Excuse me if I keep clearing my throat because sore throat. So, well, I say sore throat, but there's no pain. So, I mean, there's only so much I can do. Lost the notes, so goodbye. But at least we got our reasons for it back? Question mark. Depends on how many bosses we have. That could be interesting to use. I guess we'll find out. So, before I even think about resting my voice for the rest of this video, at least once, we see Arms, Ramen, Bulletin, Shuttle, and Goal. The boss of Goal is Eldritch, right? And we're probably not gonna break even with just that, but it would be very helpful. So, just quick note here though, I do not drink or smoke or do any substances. So if robots hate me for that, then I mean, I can only say what I think is true for myself. You don't have to believe me, but I'm telling you that I don't drink or smoke. So, Bulletin first probably, and then Shuttle Goal, and then we'll do Ramen Arms. No, we'll do Arms now. Yeah, we'll do Arms now. So, I did not use... Oh, wait, we didn't use a ball of chat. Okay, good. Never mind. Actually, that's not worth it. We'll keep it on hand. We'll keep it on hand. So, off we go. Wooden Bat, can we sell this? Yes, we can. And then we're going to Witch Tree once. Please don't hurt me too much. That's not great. But we've made our bed, so now we live in it. No, not worth it. So, we'll grab our 6 damage army knife. We'll prepare once, because 0 funds is not great, and off we go. Your daily, or at least occasional tip here is, I've said it before, but, I forgot what I was going to say, so I'll just say, use your police patrols on the high start level location. If it's downtown or forest, either is good. If it's another location, you gotta look at your mysteries. But if there's any takeaway, yeah, police patrolling a max start level downtown is usually gonna get you your doom's worth. Shrug. Oh, the other one was, if you have 0 funds and you can prepare for 2 doom to get 1 fund, just do so. It'll hurt you a lot less overall. Unless I'm wrong about that, then feel free to prove me wrong. Oh goodness, my voice. Again, yeah, I'm not really feeling pain, but the funny part was that I also did not take medicine. I also feel that I might as well just record like this, because if for some reason I really hope this isn't the case, but if this becomes permanent, my voice and my sore throat, for whatever reason, then I guess we just get used to my new voice. But it's mostly just a sore throat, so... Again, at this, you might say, if I didn't say it in the previous episode, Jordan, shouldn't you just be resting your voice then? And you probably are right about that, but it's not like I'm going to be streaming for an hour or 2, so I feel like this is pretty okay to do. There's also a very fast army knife, it seems like. But we are taking 4 stamina damage. Why are we taking 4 stamina damage? At Thotu, right? Yeah, Thotu. Welp. We'll do our best. We definitely want to brace next turn, because whether or not we hit this kick, we can get out on the 3rd turn guaranteed. Now he takes 6 stamina damage for it, but shrug. Now, at this point, you might say, well, isn't that more reason why you should use Abolish on an Eldritch enemy? No, because unless you can get a good brace turn in, which I don't seem to be able to, It's not worth it number-wise. You'll end up still taking more damage with that stamina cost for using Abolish on top of theoretically an all encounter that is slapping you for 3 all. Even if you end up bracing, because unless you can maybe brace into an attack, and if it's not guaranteed, then you're gambling. If you gamble well, sure, it works out, but if you don't, sad things happen. I could just go for it. Could I go for a 1 turn? I could, theoretically. Might as well. Unless we miss both of these attacks. No, we can't. So we might as well go for it. 75%? Okay, good. We'll check out the History Club really quickly. You know what? Doll. The theory behind using the Cursed Doll, on top of just, taking all damage, and so you use the Cursed Doll instead, is that the Doom you spend grants you a bit more grants you damage along with it. So what I mean by that is you spend 3 Doom, and say you use the Cursed Doll like 3 times, even if you end up using 2 stamina, you'll get your damage work. You'll get your damage worth, and not take nice 12 roll, by the way, and not take 2 all damage. That's like the bare minimum. The good part, if you RNG correctly, then you can maybe just take 2 stamina damage, and that saves you -3 all, which, again, if you want to play the numbers game, one of the most common comparisons is when you rest at base, and when I say at base, I mean when you rest without any modifiers, Doom increases by 3 on a Harbinger, but you recover 2 stamina, 2 reason. So you want to kind of convert that Doom into what else you're spending. Also, that was a lot of Doom to lose, but we're going into a third mystery with 39% Doom. That's okay. We're on track for survival. Now, what happens with these perks, on the other hand? Probably should have just taken the Perception Point. I think I had that perk, but I've already gone past it. So into goal we go. And goal is going to be the Cursed Doll. Because the flip side is what I wanted to say earlier. The flip side of Cursed Doll is that this cost never increases, is what I'm trying to say. So therefore not affected by Itotu, not affected by status effects, or any status card, really, that increases damage, like Blood Frenzy. So even though the enemy gets more, the enemy could do like 99 stamina damage, but if you can just Cursed Doll 3 times and one-shot the enemy in your first turn, then you don't have to worry about how much damage an enemy does. That's the bottom line. Again, I'm going to try to rest my voice here and there just for my sore throat, but hey. Also, I have no more water, so I'm a little sad. But on this encounter, again, if we can just one-shot an encounter, I'll just go for it. Might as well. So we have a pretty good chance of one-shotting. So we might as well. 4 experience, but the point is that we're not taking damage. That's the other side of things. I know I kind of complain about, or not, I complain about experience here and there, but the other side of that, as I forget to equip the Ritual Mask, is that, and also there's a beast enemy, so I don't even get to do it, so we might as well just toss that, the Great Seer. But the other side of this is, well, at least here, let me do a switcheroo here. So I can, if I say take theoretically 2 stamina damage, but only deal 4 damage, I'm looking at how much damage I can deal with 3 stamina damage on our own. So with that said, we could potentially do 24 HP, or 24 HP, but take 3 stamina damage, or possibly take 2 stamina damage and deal 6 damage. And so you kind of play the numbers game there. Now, obviously, on a kill turn, or on a turn where you defeat an enemy, you can just defeat the enemy and you don't take any damage, but that's the other 50% of kind of working your way through a World of Horror encounter. Oh my goodness, my sore throat. Otherwise, being able to do this is pretty cool too. So 3 stamina damage, but we do 14 damage guaranteed, is far better than the Cursed Doll. Now, again, the Cursed Doll is mainly going to show its worth in encounters that deal all damage to you. But until we run into such an encounter, we don't really need to think about it. Voice resting. Oh, I'm so sad I don't have water right now, but off we go. Yeah, none of these are going to be particularly useful. I think we have a dexterity check, so we'll just double up our dexterity there really quickly. And then we move on with our life. So, Bulletin or Ramen? We'll take Bulletin first. This could be very bad for me, but it's fine. Yeah, we'll do the 2 forest investigations now. Get out! And off we go. Now, to go off tangent for a moment, one funny thing I did want to do was maybe do some little voice acting with my sore throat, just to try and play into another character, but I don't know what I would actually voice act, or try to voice what kind of character I'd want to voice with a sore throat, because I think there's only a certain kind of voice that I can go for with this sore throat. But hey, on the flip side of that, if I choose not to, I'm probably doing a lot more putting my throat in a lot better of a situation by not trying to force myself to do anything. Max threat level hospital, but we shouldn't be here for long. So yeah. Well, max reason, right? Okay, so that's okay. I'm gonna witch tree again because I want that wasn't great, but I want cigarettes. And that's gonna cost too much. So instead, we'll take out of funds and we'll trade off Doom. Yeah, I think that's the thought. So we'll trade off Doom here too, and I guess we're just gonna prepare instead. So flip that, toss that previous thought into the trash. Let's do some stuff. And we have another ritual mask. So hey ho, fun times ahead. Now it is still RNG whether or not the ritual mask will provide me any use, but hey. As for this dog, is this guaranteed? We do 13 damage per. I think this is guaranteed. In fact, no, this is even more guaranteed. So, and then we got bonus damage on top of that, but hey, the point is that we survived. My neck. And off we go. So I have fetid fume, so now I really want to try and survive with just 4 stamina. I forgot if we have Takshisan. Let me check really quickly. Because we do have ramen. And leveling up would be interesting to do. We do have the 6th floor, so we do have Takshisan late. So we're gonna have... I'm personally going to choose to walk forward a little bit. So 3 investigations, and once we reach downtown, we'll smoke the pack of cigarettes. If you run into an enemy beforehand, sadness happens. So, yeah. Didn't need those funds, actually, but too late. That being said, what I can do instead is look for this bottle of water, which is also for funds, so never mind. So we'll just take the soft drink instead, and if we run out of funds again, we'll trade off Doom. We unfortunately did run into an encounter, and here is where the cursed doll would have shown its worth. But since we're in a to run, we might as well just run. That way we're not taking the damage. That would have been very bad to take. Also, I didn't smoke the pack of cigarettes, so I've only had myself to blame. I could run here too, but I think we can one-shot maybe. I'm going to take the risk. If this is the end of the video, it's the end of the video, please? Okay, good. We're in an encounter lockout now, so I might as well just save on the cigarettes, but you get the point. Fun times ahead. So 2 investigations, and then we smoke the pack of cigarettes. Because unless you run into a general encounter that is not tied to downtown, is another way to say that, yeah, we don't need to worry about running into an enemy, as I just mentioned. So, Stock-chan is in downtown, really? Anywho. Yeah, we have a good chance of getting out. If we don't, I'm gonna be very surprised. Okay, good. And you know what? We can actually toss a bunch of this stuff. Not the soft drink, but toss the brick, toss the branch, guarantee a level up. I think I even still have Mind Wipe, so I could level up twice, but my stamina, my stamina's already looking low, and I want to rest at the lighthouse, so shrug. Now that being said, we don't have the strength check, so at most we're losing 3 stamina, so I could just get rid of Mind Wipe, but I'm feeling particularly lazy, and I have a sore throat. For the sake of you and me, I'm going to just walk up this lighthouse. And yeah, actually I should have just kept myself at 6 stamina for the sake of doing Desperate Struggle against Takshisan, but we also have the handcuffs, so Nicotine Rush, handcuffs, and the Ritual Master Throw. I think we did Shuttle second, which we did. But I don't remember my second encounter, but thankfully I'm pretty sure we don't have that check. So, yeah, for the sake of my voice and your ears, and this video's length, we are going to close out the video now. So if you have anything to say, any comments, concerns, criticism, advice, so on and so forth, suggestions as well, then feel free to let me know. Otherwise, as we one-shot Takeshi-san here, and then handcuff him while he's on the ground in pain, yeah, nothing much else more to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye, my throat!